Good evening, leaders. You're welcome to Millennium Nature's Party International Business Presentation for tonight, the 2nd of March 2024. You're all welcome. Today is going to be a wonderful night. We have here in our midst our brother from the north, Dr. Dickson, all the way from Plateau. Dr. Dickson, you're welcome, sir. We have also
I'm not from the north. I'm from the middle belt.
Middle belt. Okay. Welcome, Dr. Dickson.
Thank you
And
very
we also
much.
have our brother. We have our leader from the west, Shagamu, Mr. Julius. Mr. Julius, you're welcome.
Thank you, brother. Good evening. Greetings to
Good
everyone
evening,
in the house.
sir. Welcome, sir. And we also have our point one tech man in the building, in the person of Mr. Praise Owi from Port Harcourt. Mr. Praise, you're welcome.
Thank you, sir.
We also have Dia. Thank you. We have Dia in the building. Dia, good evening, madam.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. We have Motole in the building. You're welcome, sir. All right. Okay. You're welcome, Mr. Sunday Opala. You're welcome. Happy New Month to everyone. In our last meeting, while we were rounding up, we promised that we were going to do something extraordinary today. For all the leaders that are able to bring up to 10 from their teams, such a leader will go home with an amazing prize of either airtime or data. And so we are looking forward to having a full house today. We are also going to be expecting that leaders will say, I came in with my leaders and we are 10. And so it was my effort. And so we are going to say thank you. And we appreciate you for that wonderful effort. Williams, you're welcome. Anyefiok Udo from Akwa Ibom, you're welcome. Bridget, you're welcome. Mr. Williams, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you. While we are waiting to start, we will be watching a very short motivational video. And in a short while, the presentations will take off. And so we don't intend to keep us for too long today. We promise to be as smart as possible, but well detailed. And so that we are going to have a marketing tool as regards Milnapath International product presentation. So today is going to be an exceptional night. Thank you very much.
And what is it? And what is it that makes it worth fighting for? When you're getting trampled by life, when everything is working against you, when anything that could go wrong does go wrong, what makes it worth it to you to keep pushing forward? What keeps you going?
I don't know what you're going through right now, but I need you to remember, if you can find a why for living, you can endure almost any how.
When you're getting attacked by life, you're going through the worst pain you've ever felt, and you can find those reasons that make you strong enough to keep going, you will find a way through it. You'll shift your inner dialogue from, why does this have to happen to me? I don't deserve this. I can't handle this, to good. I'm glad this happened. This is a chance to get better. This is a chance to improve myself and my situation. I can do this. I can handle this. I got what it takes.
We all want to be a beast, but do you know what a beast is? A beast is someone who can go through hell and be grateful that their legs are working. A beast is someone who's lost everything, but is grateful for the opportunity to get everything back and get even more. A beast is someone who can hit rock bottom and can say, Roger that. I'm going to harness this. It is only up from here. I'm going to come back even stronger.
What most people do is once you get stressed in the process, you don't want it anymore. You give up, you fold, you quit, you're through. But in order to develop, in order to become the best version of yourself, stress is necessary. See, a seed has got to have dirt on top of it in order to grow and develop. Dirt builds character. Dirt gives you the push-through factor. Dirt makes you fight through it when you don't feel like fighting anymore.
Everybody gets dirt put on them at one point or another. And that's the moment. That teaches you to withstand it. It gives you something to push through.
So when you feel like giving up, don't. When it looks like you're not going to make it, keep going. When they tell you you can't, ignore them. When they tell you you're not going to make it, do not believe them. You got to become fucking relentless. Never stop, never quit.
The most important thing is your passion. You win with your heart, not your head. You win on emotion, not on logic. The most important thing to winning is the power of believing in you. The power of believing that you can win. The power of believing that good things will happen to you. The power of believing that you're special.
You must believe that you can. And once you want something and believe that you can get it, you got to block out all the noise around you that's going to tell you you can't do it. Don't listen to all that shit. Listen to yourself, that voice within you that tells you that it is possible, that there is a way for you to be successful in this business, in this career, in this life.
In this situation that you're in, your life is at stake. You are fighting for your life every day. By the way that you live it, the mark that you're going to leave, the legacy that you're going to leave, all that is going to come back to you. That is your life. So don't sit back and be on the defense and allow life to happen to you. Don't do that. Instead, go on the offense. Go on the attack. Become the aggressor. Be the one that life is afraid to mess with.
And remember that everybody won't make it to your next level because everybody won't be willing to sacrifice what it takes to create greatness. This is your journey. Struggle is a part of it. Losses are a part of it. Setbacks are a part of it. Sometimes you have to go through your worst just to become your best. Sometimes you have to lose everything just to gain everything. Don't let it discourage you. Let it encourage you.
Fail your way to success. Fail your way forward. Failure is only when you stop trying. Failure is just another step in the staircase to go higher.
You will never grow without growing pains. The valley might be ugly, but I promise you, the peak is beautiful, and it will all be worth it. So don't ever stop climbing, because the only way it works is if you work. The only way you progress is if you proceed. So you rise above anything or anyone that's in your way. That's trying to prevent you from being great. You know how you get confidence? By attacking your fear, attacking those hard things you know you gotta face, and overcoming them. There's a big misconception out there that people who are successful are not afraid, which is not true. People who are successful are oftentimes the most afraid. They're afraid of failure, so they do everything they can to escape it. So they're going to run the hardest, they're going to run the fastest, and they're going to be the ones who are going to take every single action that they have to take to make sure they get where they need to be. So I don't want you to wait any longer. Don't worry about the how or what ifs. Make a list. Put your back up against the wall and execute on that damn list. Do that every single day, and you will be where you want to be. I guarantee it.
The journey is not easy. Everyone's hot off the start, but after a month or so into it, with the wear and tear and the grind starts to hit you, you start losing focus on the horizon, do you not? You get caught away in the daily hiccups, the ups and downs, and the wear and tear. And you focus on the speed bumps, the daily activities, losing sight of their true purpose.
Most of you won't be successful because when you're studying and you get tired, you quit. Don't cry to give up. Cry to keep going. Don't cry to quit. You already in pain. You already hurt. Get a reward from it.
The difference between a winner and a loser, the failure's there every single time. It's just the winner gets back up and does it again, until it goes his way.
I don't care how hard you fall. I don't care if nobody don't believe in you. It only takes you believing in yourself to get this thing done. And listen to me, it ain't failure if you learn from it, baby. So if you fall on your back so you can look up, because if you can look up, then you can get up. I dare you to take a little pain. I dare you. At the end of pain is success.
If you can stay in the race, if you can stay in the fight, then you can dictate your own future.
I dare you to fail. I dare you to take that same class over and over again. I dare you to stop dropping classes like you soft.
See, getting what you want is up to you. You can turn your life around if you change your attitude. You change your attitude, you change your altitude.
Your mind and attitude is all you need to be successful. That's all you need. You don't need to be born with a silver spoon in your mouth. You don't need money. You don't even need folk that like you. As long as you believe in you, you got the right mindset, you got the right attitude, we can make it happen. I don't care what's going on around you, because it's not what happens around you that determines your success. It's what happens inside you. And you can't control the elements, but you can control your attitude and you can control your mindset. And I'm telling you right now, don't give up. I'm telling you right now, don't give in. Get through it. And so God is allowing you to go up the rough side of the mountain, not so he can hurt you or break you. He's trying to redesign me. I'm telling you right now because I care about you. I'm telling you right now because I've been there. I've done that. You've been in it for 3 years and you about to quit. Oh, you've been doing it for 5 years and it don't look like you think. You put all your money in it. You put all your time in it. People are looking at you crazy. 5 years you've invested. Oh, you put too much in it to quit now. Oh. It doesn't look like you think. You didn't get the grades you thought you were going to get. So maybe I'm not meant to be a lawyer. Hold. Lay hold of it. You lay hold of it. And when that thing tells you to quit, you look at it in his eye and say, I ain't going nowhere. I will break you before you break me. You will not defeat me. You will not destroy me. You've been through so much hell. You going to quit now? And when you get to success, it's not about skill. When you get to a certain level of success, it's about stamina. You won't break me. You can't take me. I fought too hard. I'm unbreakable now.
You get one shot. Opportunity comes once in a lifetime. You better make the kind of decisions that's going to take you to the NBA. You better make the right decisions that's going to take you to the NFL. You better make the right decisions that are going to land you the next best rapper, the next business tycoon. It's one thing to talk about your destiny, but it's another thing to wake up when you know you're supposed to wake up, to write when you don't feel like writing that paper, to say no to that party, saying no to quit when you still got 100 more shots to make, saying no when your body said don't stop, but you put in 50 more push-ups. You can't just talk about it. You gotta be about it.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I can see that lots of leaders have joined us. Momiane, good evening and happy new month. I can cite you from where I am. We also have Emmanuel in the building. Emmanuel, you're welcome. We have Engineer Agnes Fuller, you're welcome. Gifted Healthcare, you're welcome. Achibong from Bayelsa, Mrs. Achibong from Bayelsa, you're welcome, ma. Mr. Williams, you're welcome. Demitope, you're welcome. Kure Billionaire from the city of Abuja, you're welcome. Tiens Nweze, you're welcome, sir. Francisca, you're welcome. Felicia Global, you're welcome, ma. Colette, you're welcome. All right, we'll be moving straight to our presentation of Plateau, Jos. We're going to be treating just 2 wonderful products. So we'll be listening to a wonderful presenter, a doctor in natural medicine, in the person of Dr. Dickson. Dr. Dickson, you're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much, everybody. I want to give my greetings to all of you without mentioning your name. The first name my eyes fell on was Awakure, who happens to be my sister that she may not know. So I give my respect to all of you in the house. I'm not just doctor of natural medicine. I am both. And that is why I brag myself to anybody that tells me that Milnapath product is a drug. I tell them, no, we don't sell drugs in Milnapath. We have health remedies. We give out medications. That is part of what we do. So in the allopathic industry, I know the allopathic and the pharmaceutical industry. I know what they know, but they don't know what I know, because I belong to the naturopathic, I belong to the homeopathic, I belong to the spagyric, I also belong to the pharmacognosis health and all the therapies that there be. Some of you may have not heard some of these things, but it is an opportunity for us to keep teaching and learning from each other. Today on my desk, I'm presenting two powerful products. In fact, all our products are powerful, but let me tell you something. Sometimes I have problems selecting which product in Milnapath is the most important. All of them are just something else. With me is Glucocare and Cardiocare, and I'm going to start with Glucocare. This is a product that has been carefully prepared through blending of naturopathic with phytonutrient-saturated herbs. And these herbs are confirmed over thousands of years of its health benefits. And those health benefits were not just confined to a study, but has a variety of tests from different kinds of human races over the years. One of the things that will sustain the health industry is understanding the power behind naturopathic and herbal medicine. And herbal medicine has been from time immemorial, is older than human existence, because plants, herbs, roots were created before human beings came to be. And that is why human beings cannot survive without plants, but plants can survive without human beings. Get that and take note of it. No human being can survive without plant, but every single plant crops can survive without human beings. So thank you for giving me this opportunity. I want to thank the leadership of Milnapath International and our dear coordinator or moderator on this platform, Ambassador Matthew Opoko. I am grateful for this opportunity. And I also want to appreciate and acknowledge my elder in the health industry. Very soon, we are going to bring him on board to also make some presentations. Glucocare is simply glucose care. Glucose is one of the most essential part of your life existence. It is composed of everything health. But when it is not under control, if it is lower, you have health crisis. If it is higher than necessary, you have health crisis. That is why we have Glucocare. That word care is management, is control, is a stabilizer. Okay? When you have a supply of current in your house without a step down or step up transformer, you're going to blow out everything in your house, or everything in your house may not work. So Glucocare is a product that stabilizes. When your sugar level is too low, it steps it up. And if it is too high, it steps it down. But the wonderful thing about Glucocare itself is the composition of the herbs and the nutrients that are saturated, the phytonutrients that are saturated in these single capsules that are presented to us. Each capsules are formulated under careful clinical trials and confirmation, and it's found to be having 750 milligrams. The milligrams is the unit of measurement. That is, in other words, the efficacy. So each capsule you're holding in your hand is 750 milligrams. We may write 500 milligrams just for moderation, okay? Because we just want to be humble enough not to just brag too much or cause unnecessary attentions. Milnapath product can do more than what you think it can. So part of this product is something that is called Honteria umbellata. I don't want to be bugging you much with some of those big botanical names, right? But one thing you must understand, that this product is a powerful herb that is meant to control diabetes, first and foremost. And diabetes, medically, some people may not tell you this, even when you go to the hospitals. We can be divided into two. There's diabetes insipidus and there's diabetes mellitus. We are not going into that details, but one, excess of sugar in the blood and excess of sugar in the urine. So glucocontrol is what causes inflammation sometimes in the joints or in the bone marrow and other places, and they can result to either jaundice or they can aid infectious diseases in the body. So that plant alone is capable of stabilizing and controlling blood sugar. But Milnapath said no. We just don't want to manage your diseases, okay? Or just pamper your sicknesses. We will bring in something that is called Veronia amygdalina. Simply put, bitter leaf that you know. Bitter leaf is making wave outside Africa. Is a plant that you can never even see anyhow. Everybody is protecting it, but over here we have it everywhere. What does it do? Apart from the Honteria umbellata controlling the diabetic level of your body, this plant steps in to eliminate harmful level of the sugar. And it also balances hemoglobin production because it eliminates what is called blood lipids. Why blood lipids? Blood lipid is what causes the heart to become fatigued because it thickens the blood. And once the blood is thick, flowing becomes problematic. And once the flow of the blood is problematic, you will discover that the heart will require more energy to pump little amount of blood. And once the heart exerts more energy to pump little amount of blood, it causes the heart to become fatigued. And once that keeps happening, it results to cardiac failure. And if cardiac failure continues, it results to what is called cardiac arrest. And cardiac arrest leads to other further complications. So you see how each product complements each other. Then we have Allium sativum, which is a natural disinfectant. In case in the process of preparation, if there are other pathogens or other harmful particles, this media eliminates them. That is Allium sativum. Inside a
Admin, please try to see if you can unmute Doctor. He's muted, so I don't know if it's network. Hello, Doctor, can you hear us?
He can unmute himself.
Somebody muted me.
Okay.
So I need someone
No,
that
I
can be
think
controlling.
it could be a mistake. Very sorry about that.
Okay. So I don't know where I was muted until you called my attention. But let me go back to Nectum africanum, which is a laxative herbs. And the laxative is, there are two sections of the intestine, the large and the small intestine. The large intestine is normally acidic and causes acidosis or make the body to become toxic to itself, while the small intestine provides alkaline or alkalizes whatever comes in there. So this laxative, like I said, each product complements each other so that we have a perfection in health management and disease control. Right. So because it is laxative, it helps to control acid level, okay, by relaxing the large intestine and then allowing what is digested to have easy absorption in the small intestine. Now, apart from that, it helps to control high blood pressure, right? And then people that have warts or boils in their body, so it serves as an anti-inflammatory medium. So the name in English is called wild spinach, which you go to the south, is it southeast or south now? It's called afang. That is the plant. Very healthy. Next to it is Gongromena latifolia, which is simply put amaranth globe. That is the plant. Some of you will know it in English or in the East as utazi leaves. This leaf is majorly anti-diabetic in nature. Now, for the benefit of this lecture for today and free of charge, somebody can have diabetes without being diabetic. This, the hospital will never tell you. More than 90% people, especially the sub-Saharan Africa, because of the volume of carbohydrate we consume, many or almost everybody has diabetes. But based on your practices, your lifestyle, the diabetes can be raised, and your body become diabetic, or you keep eating things that will control or moderate them, that you can just have the diabetes, which is the presence of the sugar either in the urine or in the blood. Right. But an amazing thing about this herb again is anti-inflammatory in nature. Let me stop here and give you a detailed explanation of what inflammation is before I explain what is anti-inflammation. Inflammation is an abnormal growth of the body cells, either in a tissue, an organelles, or an organ, or in a system. For example, let me take reproductive system, which is my area of specialty as a gynecologist. Everything you hear about either endometritis or fibroid or cyst and ovarian cyst or any form of cyst, maybe tubal blockages and all that, they are all inflammatory diseases or ailment in nature. But the location of the inflammations gives it the name. Okay? Now the inflammation is the abnormal growth. If something is normally 3.5 millimeter in diameter and you discover something happened, it is now 3.799 millimeter in diameter, something is wrong. It has grown up. So look at it as a swelling, as a boil on your face. Something grew that can create pus, and you can, break it open and something white or bloody will come out. That is an inflammation. Now, in the endometrium system of part of the reproductive system. If the swelling is there, it becomes endometritis. It is a swelling inside the endoma. If it is inside the uterus, it becomes fibroid. If it is along the fallopian tube, it is causing blockage. It is tubal blockages. Now, if inside the ovum or the ovary, at the top end, the funnel-shaped side of the fallopian tube, it is called a cyst, an ovarian cyst. Normally, it is saturated with fluids. Those fluids can be acidic, toxic in nature. So they will keep eating up the cells of that part of the body and keep feeding itself to grow like pulse. Now, if you understand what is inflammation, as I simply put it, now come back to anti-inflammation. Anti-inflammation means against those inflammation. Some of you that are used to hospital terms, that is maybe like antibiotics, but we don't want to go into that. Now, anti-inflammation is simply put against abnormal growth in that particular part of the body. So if you're taking Glucocare, it's not that it is only going to serve by controlling your glucose level. No, it does more than that. It travels to other parts of the body, eliminating every inflammation that is causing either toxicity or acidosis or abnormal growth of the body cells. That is about the major active ingredients in Glucocare. But as a bonus lecture in Glucocare, I want to teach you something that is called glycation. Glycation. G-L-Y-C-A-T-I-O-N. Glycation. Glycation is a condition that occurs that is causing the body to secrete more sugar in order to ease the process of aging. So aging that creates wrinkles, and wrinkles is caused by a condition called plasmolysis, which I'm going to talk about if I have time. Plasmolysis is the shrinking of the cell wall of your body when your cells shrink and crink, right? That is plasmolysis. Simply put, go back to glycation. When a baby is born, the cartilage of that baby is pure white. If you have any opportunity to see the cartilage of a baby, is pure white. Now, as the baby keeps growing, getting to 50, it begins to turn milky. When the man or that person gets to 100 and above, the cartilage turn brownish in nature. That is a complete process of glycation. And glycation is the process that causes aging. You can see somebody that is 60 but is looking 90 years old. And it is all as a result of sugar intake. And that is why in Milnapath, we have combined these 6 or 5 active ingredients, and it's carefully modulated to be able to complement each other, but they all function as an integral control phytonutrient in the body system. So anytime you see an unnecessary aging appearance on a person, 2 things are taking place: plasmolysis and glycation. And once you start taking this product, the glycation is stopped, plasmolysis is reversed, and the next thing is an healthy formation of the body cell wall. Thank you very much for your time in this section. I'm going to move. If you have questions, please note them down. I'm going to move to what is called Cardiocare. Our product, known as Cardiocare, is like your personal doctor that takes care of your heart. Now, cardio is from the word cardiac muscles. Now, the cardiac muscles are also known as internal organs. These are the muscles that is not fibrous in nature. When you cut an animal, look at the intestine, the roundabout, the shaki, whatever, the toil, and all that. They are not as in spiky shape or in fiber-like shape, like when you cut the beef part of that meat or the red part of that flesh, right? So they are called smooth muscles because they are smooth in nature. They are formed that way so that they can be able to withstand high temperature. In every average human being, your stomach can be able to boil an egg to a standard medicinal boiling point, right? So, inside your system is that high heat, and it is the cardiac muscles that can only survive. And that is why some African cultures, when you bring out some cardiac muscles, they don't boil them. They wash and eat them raw because nature has already boiled them. But I'm not telling you to go and practice it. You become a semi-carnivorous in nature. So that is by the way. Now, we are done with what Cardiocare is. Now, the cardiac muscles care. A personal doctor that takes care of your cardiac muscle, but our concentration is the heart, because the heart is not an organ that only pumps blood. The heart is like a live battery installed inside of you, and it has a connection to almost all the part of the body. Apart from purification and circulating blood, it also supplies electromagnetic pulse in your body. And that is why, knowingly or unknowingly, when the environment is cold, you discover somebody will wrap his two arms on the chest cavity. Your body is instructing you unknowingly to concentrate on that part of the heart where the temperature is being regulated, where the electric supply, the heart of a human being can light off 60-watt bulb. That is the energy that is released by your heart. All right? Now, Cardiocare is what is done. Now, the first thing you will see is Cinnamonum verum, which is commonly known as cinnamon. Cinnamon has an outstanding health value that is anthropologically proven, biologically proven, historically proven, morphologically proven to be an agent of regulation of the functions and also serve as an antioxidant. Now, I'll explain what is antioxidant, but before then, let me explain what is oxidant. The oxidant is an agent that is suitable for oxidation, and oxidation is an introduction of oxygen molecule and removal of hydrogen molecule. When oxidation takes place, it's like a metal that is kept to rust. So our body actually is rusting, but we don't see it with our physical knowledge and our physical head or the physical eye, as when you see a metal that is strong, it is rusting and the pieces is falling off. Before you know, you can crush that metal with your under your foot and it breaks into pieces. Now, that is how the human body is. Now, cinnamon is found to have a powerful ability to control oxidation. That is what causes people to get old quicker and unnecessarily. And it all starts with the heart. If the heart is weak, if oxidation is taking place, even inside the blood, it introduces blood lipids. Look at blood lipid as impurities you see inside your engine oil, right? Now, some of you, if you're using cooking oil to fry meat and fry other things, by the time you're done frying, you see the pieces of the meat inside the oil. Sometimes you allow it to undergo decantation. The pieces will settle down, then you can now separate the oil from these tiny particles. So inside the human blood are lipids, and those are the impurities. So when it is flowing into the heart and all that, it causes constraining. It thickens the wall of the arteries or the veins and causes the flow of the blood to be restricted. Imagine that you are sipping a drink using a straw, and somebody places his hand on the straw and presses it. You discover that you use more energy to draw little quantity of that liquid that you are sipping. That is what happened inside the heart. Now, cinnamon has the ability to break the blood lipids and causing the blood viscosity to be at optimum so that it can flow easily into the heart and all the ventricles of the heart and flows into the tiny blood path, which is called the arteries, the vein, and all those things, right? Now, cinnamon is also found to be antibiotics and antifungal. There are infections that is called microorganisms or microbes inside our blood. For example, when a woman or a man has untreated infections for too long, maybe candidiasis or vaginitis or all the testes. Now, what happens is that when there is a serious saturation of microorganisms that is causing those infections to take place, if they are saturated, maybe in the genital area or in the reproductive system, they have the ability to migrate into the blood and they cause pollution, and it can lead to other complications. So, cinnamon has the ability to penetrate. It is normally used for spice. Why? Because spice is required to sensitize what is called the happiness hormone, right? Which is, oh, forget about those long terms. But the hormones that excites you, okay? Which is known, okay, they are known as the dopamine, the serotonin, and all of that. Now, cinnamon has that penetrating power. In fact, we tested that somebody can stand 500 meters and you spray cinnamon. The next thing, the person 500 meters away will start perceiving it, especially if the wind is moving towards that direction. That's how powerful it is. It's just like when you're cutting an onions and somebody outside the kitchen begin to cough and perceive it. That coughing is good because it is destroying bacteria, maybe in the nostrils, all right, or the nasal cavity is causing decongesting it. The next one is another powerful spice that is called curcuma longa, which is simply put is turmeric. Turmeric is known to have anti-cancer property. What is cancer? Cancer is the same thing as oxidation that I talked about when I was explaining antioxidant, because the antioxidant is a system that is against that oxidation. So in other words, it can renew your age. The more healthy your heart and other cardiac muscles are, the stronger and the more renewed you see, even in your physical appearance. It is also used antifungal. Most of the diseases or most of the infection that causes itching, especially in women, are caused by fungal infection, especially candidiasis that many people say toilet infection. Medically, there is nothing called toilet infection because toilet does not have infection, right? These are caused by fungal infection, and the name of the fungi is called candida. So the process of the decay and further decay of those candida as they keep multiplying is called candidiasis. That is a free lecture for that. Now, the next thing we have is Piper nigrum. Piper nigrum is pepper that people call pepper. It's not pepper, it's called pepper. All right. Now, it is black pepper. Black pepper is also is a very good agent in fighting anything that has to do with gastrointestinal disorder. Long English, but very short meaning. An inordinate amount of gases in your intestine, it is called gastrointestinal. then the disorder is inordinate, that the amount of gases in your system is not in order. That's why some people, when they eat, the next thing you see, you start belching uncontrollably. You keep doing that on and on. So those gastrointestinal disorder can cause gastritis, and gastritis can cause stomach ulcer. So in effect, Piper nigrum can solve ulcer, and it is very good for menstrual disorder, either menstrual cramp, menstrual pain, and all the menstrual. All right? It is very good fighting infection, especially that affect the ear, your ear. And then those people that have infectious agents in their throat that causes congestion, even distorting your voice, or cause you to cough inordinately. Papaya nigrum is very powerful in managing that. The next thing is Thymus vulgaris, as the name suggests, thyme. All right? Some of you know Korea and thyme. They are two different things. All right. Now, thyme is a very powerful decongester. And let me give you a free lecture in this note. There is something called mucus. Mucus are waste products produced as a result of either chemical activity or biochemical processes. The leftover are collected through the pathway or the lymphatic system, and it is expelled through the saliva or strong saliva or mucus that comes out of the nostrils or any other form of discharge. Now, those mucus, they have a way of blocking the pathways. And once your pathways are blocked, they cause body numbness. And now it could be accumulated more in the chest because that's the easiest path for the body to expel them. So when the congestion is too much, it can cause bronchitis. That is mucus in the bronchi system. If it is on the chest cavity, you find dampness. Ability to breathe will be very difficult. It also fights worms, especially in children. Now, the next thing as major ingredient there is Salvia rosmarinus. This is simply put something that you call maybe garden sage. It's a plant. This plant is normally collected and used as fragrance in a room. It can be used to expel negative energy in an environment. This is found to be powerful in fighting dyspepsia, and also it can beautify the skin. All right? The skin is the constituent of the dermatological system of the body. Dermatological system. If you remember what is called dermatitis. Now, the dermatological is the composition of the 7 layers of your skin, inclusive of the fatty acids that are lying, okay, that are laid on those layers of your skin. So once the harmful substances in the skin system, which is the dermatological system, is eliminated, it causes the beauty. Most of these things that you see, either acne, black spot, eczema, what do you call it? Those boils, pimples, and all of that, wrinkles in the body. Wrinkles are also caused by the same plasmolysis we talked about. Like, as a reminder, plasmolysis is the shrinking and the crinkling of the cell wall. So Milnapath has made every composition of every product to complement each other. What is complementation? Complementation does not mean that single product will not work, but the next product that is added to it the next constituent that is added to it, the next active agent that is added to it, is to be able to give strength to the area of low concentration of the performance of that product, that first active ingredient. For example, cinnamon can be complemented with curcuma longa, because there are cancer cells that cinnamon cannot fight. Turmeric will fight it, because cinnamon is more of anti-inflammatory, while turmeric is more of anti-oxidation. But all of them, they are anti-inflammation and anti-oxidative in nature. But one concentrate more. Like when you use your right hand, some people, they use more right hand to cut things. But if they're cutting the thing and the thing is trying to fall, the left hand supports it. It's not as if the right hand cannot conveniently cut it, but to be more comfortable and have more convenience in cutting it without injury or waste of time. So that is what we mean by complementation. So some of these active ingredients that are brought in is to complement a lesser performing aspect of one ingredient, so that we can return to perfection of the solution of that system or that organ of the body. So now if you look at Cardiocare, it concentrates more on the cardiac muscles, but it does not mean that they cannot control sugar, because turmeric has the ability to control sugar, and Thymus vulgaris has the ability to control sugar, but it is not their major assignment given to them by nature as a result of the phyto constituent of the nutritional or the medicinal value of that very component. I hate to speak long grammar in the evening, so let me break it simple. If you use more of your left leg to play football, to play soccer, your right leg can help in stabilizing the ball so that your left leg can shoot it very well. Simply put. Now, let me take you back to Glucocare. Glucocare, we have the first active ingredients as ontriol, like we talk about, umbellata. So it does not mean that it cannot assist the heart, but this is the major assignment. For example, my major assignment today is to present the lecture on these two products. But you see, Ambassador Matthew is moderating the house. So in synergy, we work together, and this meeting will come to a successful conclusion. Thank you very much for this time allocated for me. If there's any other thing in addition, maybe we'll take it during question and answers time. I remain Dr. B.L. Dickson, always for Milnapath International, Nigerian-based, going global.
Amen.
Yes, Dr. Dickson in the building. Dr. Dickson, thank you very much for this wonderful and well-detailed presentation. I think we will be having more of Dr. Dickson, just like we've been enjoying our other wonderful presenter in the person of Dr. Odinakachukwu. Today we intend to wrap up everything about our 7 products. We've done 5, and Dr. Dickson has done 2. That is 7. But we're going to be having a smart recap by Dr. Odinakachukwu. Dr. Odinakachukwu, are you in the house? Just say hello to us if you're here, sir.
Good evening, everybody.
Hello, Dr. Odi.
Good evening, everybody.
Oh, good
evening,
doctor.
sir.
Welcome.
Good to have you, sir.
Doctor.
Thank you so much. Sorry for the...
Over to you, doctor.
Thank you, Ambassador Matthew. God bless you so much. You have been doing a wonderful job in this training session. God bless you so much, sir. Please, my network has been so bad. It has been so wonderful today. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
All right. Dr. B.L. Dickson, I actually want to say very big thank you. I joined in the last 20 minutes of your lecture, and that was in-depth. That was wonderful. That was a very nice presentation, doing justice to the active ingredients we have in these two products. So with this information impacted to the wonderful leaders of Milnapath, that means we can fly. We can actually tackle any ailment. True or false, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So if you have been joining the previous class, you see why I told you that as it stands today, I don't fear to start any treatment in as much I have these wonderful products. I don't know if I have a witness.
Honestly, you have. I'm a witness, sir.
All right.
Very sorry. It's as if he has been thrown out by his network. Everybody are complaining about bad network today. While we wait for him, if there is a question, please, Dr. Dickson is online. So you could just throw your question very quickly while we wait for Dr. Odinaka to come back. Or Dr. Dickson, can you take it up from there? We have, just to summarize, the other 5 products.
All right. In summary, Detox Plus, very, very important. I want to give you a secret. Please let me know if he's back. Is he back? Or can I go ahead? I want to know if you are with me, Ambassador. Can I go ahead or he's back?
He's not. Just go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
All right.
Yes, please.
Let me give you a secret.
He's not back.
People.
He has been thrown out.
All right.
Yes, please.
People of God, I want to give you a secret. I am telling you the truth. There is no product in Milnapath that cannot tackle any problem in the human body. One product, depending on how you use them. But the most important thing you must take note is Detox Plus. Detox Plus is like the John the Baptist. For some of you who are Bible people, Bible students, John the Baptist comes to prepare the way for the Savior, right? That every valley will be filled up, every high hills will be leveled, and all of that. That is what Detox does. If you want to enjoy Milnapath product when you are treating your patient, emphasize the issue of detoxification. Because inside the intestine are full of toxic chemicals, toxic acidic chemicals. So Detox goes ahead to push them out of the body and then alkalinize the large intestine and strengthen the alkalinity of the small intestine. But the mistake most at times is from us. The way we tell our patient, if you want to take Detox Plus, first of all, drink warm water. A lot, as much as you can. Wait after an hour. Take your dosage of Detox. And if the patient is very, very sick, let the patient eat. After 15 minutes, he drinks warm water. And then after 30 minutes, 1 hour, he takes Detox Plus and then take it with warm water. Let me tell you why warm water. Warm because it is hot before it cools down. Right. There is something called crystallization of the water molecules. This is a free lecture I'm going to tell you as a secret of health. And if you want to experiment crystallization, is the process where the molecules or the shape of the water is reduced to the minimum penetrating size. And the clear example is if you take Tom or any sweet or any candy, put a water that is cold in a glass and another water that is hot in another glass and drop the same candy, give it time and see which one will melt faster. That is simple. I want to lay emphasis on Detox Plus. If you want your patient to get result, Don't rush in giving him or her anything, your client. Don't rush. Let them take 2-3 days detoxing. No matter how many times they go to the toilet, in fact, the more they go to the toilet, the better. Because it expels the acidosis and negative vibes from the body. So take note of this. And if the patient takes like 3 days, you can now start with any of the medication. But alongside with the detox, if it's a must based on the prescription, let the detox have 1 hour or 2 hours before other things. If not, Detox Plus has the way of going to also flush out other things that you've taken, maybe Cardiocare, Glucocare, or whatever. It is very strong. Detox Plus is a Detox Plus indeed. Now, rejuvenating stem cell. When a child is born, inside the bone marrow, that is what is called mother stem cell. And the mother stem cell has 100% saturation. But as you keep aging, eating junks, exposing yourself to danger lifestyle, the mother stem cell keeps reducing in efficacy and the power to reproduce new cells. So the rejuvenating stem cell can also be activated with warm water. In fact, if you want to enjoy, I concluded this experiment just yesterday. If you want to enjoy rejuvenating drink, if you're traveling, fine, just take it the way it is. But if you're at home, in your comfort, dilute it either the same equal amount of warm water or double equal amount of warm water. Double means if you're taking, for example, 10 cl, mix it with 20 cl warm water. For example, if you're taking 50 cl, mix it with 100 cl warm water or hot water. In fact, instantly, you feel the fragrance activated. But when you are taking it warm, you will not feel the fragrance saturating the environment or your room. All right? If you take it normally, it will take some minutes in the intestine to warm it and activate it, and they keep spreading. There is no problem in that. Especially if a patient has been driven, your client is been bedridden for too long. Always let the patient drink warm water before taking rejuvenating drink, and drink warm water 30 minutes or 20 minutes after. Then the next one is Nakom oil. Wow. Nakom oil, my beautiful friend. Whenever I remember Nakom oil, I remember the CEO. So many of you, I think you know that Nakom oil is named after Naomi from Ecom, right? That is one of the beautiful things. I love our product to be named after. Yes, sir. Hello? Okay. Now, Nakom oil, what does it do? There is something that is called activating power of oil. If you want oil to work very well in your body, do a little exercise. Let your body receive a little heat. Even if you're healthy, do a little exercise. Either you start sweating or pre-sweating stage, you take Nakom oil. Men, you will think that you have never taken Nakom oil before. I guarantee you the result you've been getting before. I challenge every professor of every medical qualification of any medical qualification into an open hall for us to debate. I challenge anybody, any doctor in the whole world. Nakom oil works wonders on almost every ailment. Because the body, there is something called PS2 receptors inside the DNA, RNA of the human body. Nakom oil has the ability to add air to the PS2 receptors. In other words, Nakom oil acts as cannabidiol. Cannabidiol is the oil that is gotten from cannabis. The same way cannabidiol works, that is how Nakom oil works. And it is acute
or often activated, especially when the body is warm. So if you want to rub Nakom oil, if you want to apply it topically, go and take your bath with warm water, very warm, and come and apply. The penetrating effect as a result of the activating potentials is different, like something you've never seen in your life. Something that you've never seen. The next thing we are going to recap today is demand. Demand. Let me tell you, demand, some of you think is for men. I don't give lectures on what you can read. I tell you something that you cannot read openly so that you add to what you can read. Because as a consultant, if I tell you what you know, then how useful am I to your brain? So you consult me so that you can know what you don't know. Then you can add it to that one which you know. So demand, some of you would think is only for men. Because even inside the spelling of a woman, there is a man there. So demand works for women that has low libido. Take it from me. But that woman should not take demand during menstruation. Before or after is best. But if a woman takes demand during menstruation, there's a tendency. This is something that I have experimented. Nobody has the ability to argue with me on this. If a woman has menstrual cramps and you have taken this and this and this, it did not work, take demand during or a day before menstruation. Drink warm water, take it, and after 30 minutes, drink warm water. The flow will be different, and you see the dirt that will come out. All of us, we know what it does to a man. Of course, it boosts the sperm production, it strengthens, enhances energy, increases potentials, helps in premature ejaculation, all of that and all of that. It also increases the veins on the man's penis. Your penis has thunderous veins. If you take the man consistently for 3 months, even if your penis is not sizable, it increases the size of your penis, but it is natural. Why it increases? Because it works on the sinews, the tendons, and then it cleanses inside the bloodstream that affect the veins positively. So the veins keeps increasing because erection cannot be possible without blood supply. So the more your blood is purified, the more the veins are open, the more the veins increases in their size, the more blood flows, and the more erection you have, and the more sustaining power you have. That is demand. Then the am I forgetting something? Am I done? Sorry, Ambassador. Yeah, I think I'm done. We have done Cardiocare, Glucocare, and all of that. So Glucocare, we have dealt with it. And you know, if you remember, I taught you Glucocare about glycation and all of that. So Gynocare. Gynocare, from the word, this is my area of expertise as a gynecologist. All right. Gynecology. Gynecological issues or trend has everything to do with the reproductive system. And it has every connection with fertility. Fertility mostly is in women, but people make mistake. Fertility in men affects women's fertility. For example, if you have watery sperm, your sperm travels at a very, very sluggish rate. And by the time it gets the motility level, it may not climb up to the fallopian tube and go there to meet the egg the ovary inside the ovum. Now, what that means is that the level of your fertility in a woman in times of conception, because what you see is a woman holding a child, even in the bottle. So that picture is a spark of hope for every woman. But what you must emphasize is that woman that has infertility issue, let her be encouraged that the husband should go through treatment, especially with D-man, so that the sperm production, the sperm cell will be strengthened, the ability for him to ejaculate properly at the proper time with speed and energy for easy travel. It is what will aid the woman's conception. So women are required, within the time you are taking Gynocare, please, every woman should listen to this. Discontinue every carbonated drinks. Any form of drinks that has preservatives, discontinue. Don't come and tell us, I've taken this your Gynocare, you know they work, while you're busy smoking cigarette. You're taking 7-Up or 7-Down. You're taking Coca-Cola or Cola-Coca. You're taking all this rubbish that is called a soft drink. There is nothing soft about those drinks. If you want to enjoy drinks, mix your rejuvenating drink with juice, freshly squeezed juice or smoothies. That is the best drinks you can have. As a woman, you are looking forward for the blessings of the womb. Take care of your man. Mind what you give your man. Because men at the age of 40, 50 and above, prostatitis sets in. Prostate enlargement sets in. Prostate cancer sets in. Right? Now, women, please and please discontinue Indomie or Indo-you or Indo-us. Anything Indo, all the needles, discontinue, because they have a way of blocking pathways and increasing sedimentation in your system. It reduces drastically metabolism. It causes slow anabolism. It slows down anabolism. It weakens catabolism. So in summary, it slows down metabolism. When you are taking Gynocare, discontinue from all of these things that are not good for you. Soft drinks, whatever drinks. Then you see all these benefits on Gynocare manifesting for you. I hope the summary is well summarized, but if there are other things, we can tackle it because of time. I want to stop here. Thank you very much for giving me this ample opportunity to affect lives. Ambassador, are you there?
Yes, doctor, I'm here.
All right.
Welcome.
I'm done.
Okay, Dr.
Dr. Odinakachukwu is back.
Good.
Dr. Dickson, thank you so much. You have done wonderfully well. I want to say that I wonder what would have happened to my life if I wasn't present in this training today. And though the network has been funny, lots complaining that they couldn't join. So we're going to be taking questions. We're taking just 5 questions, and each question should not exceed 1 minute. So if you have your question, please, can you come up?
Hello, good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. My name is Oladile Awaleri.
Evening.
My name is Oladile Awaleri. I want to ask a question on tumor. Is there any product that can work on tumors and inflammation? Please because we've been looking out for. I've been trying to meet women that are having fibroid and some other people that are having tumors here and there in my village. So I'm thinking, is there any product that can be used for tumors and fibroid? Thank you.
I think Dr. Odinaka can do justice to that question.
Okay. Okay, Dr. Odi, are you all right?
Is
Is
his
your network strong?
funny too?
Okay.
Okay,
Thank you.
The network are taking
Thank
it
you,
out. Okay, he's back.
Oladele. Thank you, Oladele Woleri. You talked about more and fibroid. I will start by answering the question. When it comes to tumor, we have to know whether the tumor is benign or malignant. And then when it's fibroid cases, the last comment from our trainer tonight, Dr. Dickson, he just made a comment that is based on lifestyle. And he talked about when you avoid some of these things, trans food, sugar matters. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, please, we can. Yes, sir.
So when you
clear,
avoid some of these, when you avoid some of these things, you will see the effect of the product manifesting. And when it comes to fibroid, our Detox Plus is very good for it. Okay, because of some of the active ingredients that are there, they are very good in treatment of fibroid matters. Okay, like we said before, some of these products are very rich in their antioxidants. Okay, and you can equally use our Nakum oil when treating fibroid. Okay, now the Glucocare is important when you're treating fibroid. All right, our rejuvenating drink is also important. The Gynocare. Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir. You're clear. We can hear you, sir.
Yeah, we can hear you.
So it's important that when you are treating any of these cases, you should equally advise these women on what they take. A lot of them enjoy shawarma a lot. Okay. Highly carbonated drinks are not good for them at that point. So they have to avoid these things. Now, tumors of different types. Okay. Now, but it's also important that when you are treating tumor, you can use our Nakum oil. Very, very important. All right. You also apply topically to equally get your results. And then you will use the Cardiocare. Just like Dr. List explained something. He said, when you are playing ball with your right leg, the left leg is equally there to support you. Okay. You equally use the Glucocare so that you can achieve wonderful results. All of them are there to play their roles. The Detox Plus also has anti-inflammatory properties. So with the vetting drink, with that you can get a wonderful result. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Odinaka. Please, we'll be taking the next question. Please, let's be as fast as possible. Time is fast spent. Please, when you
good evening, sir.
before you ask your
My name
question,
is
okay, you tell us your name and where you're calling from.
My
Good
name is
evening.
Gloria. I'm calling from Abuja. I'm so glad joining this wonderful training tonight. I've been exposed to so many things, although I'm into treatments, but I've been exposed to these products. I have a testimony of these products. When I started taking it, I really
Okay,
took
please
a
can
lot.
you speak up a bit? You're quite far. Hello?
Okay.
I can hear her.
Can you
So
speak
when
up a bit, please? All right.
yes, I took
I can
this
hear
product.
her.
I took this product from what I've done listening tonight. I took this product just anonymously without having no issue, but the product is wonderful. I took it for almost 6 months, and I found out that the detox,
Wow.
what it does in the body is that once you detoxify yourself, it makes you grow anti-aging. People they will never dictate your age. I took it, I still have it, I've taken it tonight. Then when it comes to that treatment of fibroid, I was just trying to call a leader in respect of this issue. Because the person I asked the person to do a scan. And after doing the scan, I found out I had about 36.5.3 centimeter. So I come across this seminar and I'm wonderfully blessed, honestly. I thank the director who has actually introduced us to this product. I'm a witness to it. It worked for me. There's no products in Milnapath I've not taken from beginning to the end. So I encourage others, use your product so that you can know what you give to your patient. Thank you, sir.
Wow. Thank you, Madam
That's
Gloria. That's what we're
very
talking
important.
about. That's what we're talking about. Experiencing the potency of Milnapath product yourself.
Yes, sir.
That is what she just told us. The normal routine when you are taking this product, you don't have to spend 2 hours trying to separate the 5 products that you are going to take. Please go ahead and take your medication. All you have to find out, especially if it is a pile patient that equally has tumor, or an ulcer patient that has tumor, then try to encourage the person to take Detox Plus. All right, after meal, not before. Now, the drug interaction that will come up here, that is why you see Milnapath has percentage and positions of all these in each product, but has percentage position. So please go ahead, get your products, supplements, and take them accordingly. You don't have to spend 1 hour taking them. All right. I believe your question is if you can take this one after 10 minutes, you take another one. After 20 minutes, you take another one. No, please, you don't have to do that. All right. But if the patient does not have ulcer, please, you can do that early in the morning and on it.
Hello, Dr. D. Are you there? Hello. All right. Thank you so much, Bridget. Thank you, Dr. Odinaka, for that wonderful response. We are taking 2 more questions and then we call it a day.
Please, sir,
Who's
my
next?
second question has not been
Your question,
answered.
please, or
About
testimony.
the product for eye treatment.
Okay, Dr. Dickson. Okay, Dr. Odinaka is back. Okay, go ahead, sir. Okay, Dr. Dickson, please go ahead. I think Dr. Odinaka is
Okay. Is it the lady's question or which one?
Having network issues.
Ma, can you just quickly repeat the question, please?
Okay, my question is that when you are treating someone, giving someone giving a patient your drugs, maybe let me use for ulcer now. Are you going to give the patient? You will ask the patient to use all the product at once, or you will ask the patient to take maybe detox blood first, then after maybe some
Sorry,
hours
please,
or
hold
some
on,
minutes
hold on,
before
hold on.
taking.
Is it Bridget? Bridget, are you the one talking?
Yes, sir. Yes.
No, now. No. You're taking us back. Dr. Odinaka has answered that question. You just spoke
Okay, no,
about I now, and you're taking us
sorry.
back.
The second
Meaning you are not listening.
Okay,
No,
sorry,
please,
sir.
let's
My
go
question,
ahead
my
and
second
address
question.
the I. Please.
Okay, yeah, thank you,
Dr.
sir.
Dickson,
Okay.
her question is she needs to know the products and prescription for eye problems. Please, thank you.
All right. There's the standard prescription and treatment that Milnapath has, and it has been shared in the group. You can use that. If there's any specialty, all right, if there's any difficult, if this situation is not that comfortable, you can now consult. That's why we have some of us who are Milnapath consultant. Okay, in some special cases you bring us in, but if not, there's a standard treatment for Milnapath. The product that can be combined is already there. Matthew, I think it was shared in the group. Am I right?
Yes, please.
Good. So let's move next. But
You're correct, sir.
But any problem that has to do with the eyes, if you're taking care of sugar, Glucocare is one of the key, followed by Nacum oil, but the person must be detoxified. Because what brought the issue of the eye could be an accumulation of toxic material plus sugar building up, because eye problems is just sugar issues. That's all. That's the summary of everything. If you can take care of sugar, the eyes take care of itself. Except if there's any other cases, we can now attend to it in a special way. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Dixon.
Thank you,
All right,
sir.
one more question for the night. One more question. If you're waiting with your question, please kindly come up.
Good evening.
Good evening, madam.
Question, please. Oh, my question, please.
Okay, Mr. Julius, Dia is online.
Yes.
I think she's speaking already. So after her, we are attending
Okay.
Hello, Dia. Are you there?
I'm here. Thank you very much, sir. I really want to appreciate Dr. Dickson for this explosive teaching today. I'm so glad that I'm a part of it this evening. This is actually my first time of attending, and I'm so blessed that I didn't miss this. So I have this question. I was.
The other one is that we invest in personal development
Hello?
and financial
Go ahead,
education.
yeah, I
So
can
that
hear
you
you.
don't
Go
have to
ahead.
Okay.
receive the money
So
from
I
your
have
spouse to
this
actually
patient that has high blood pressure issue, and so following the treatment guidelines, I gave her the detox and asked her to take it for at least 5 days before commencing with the Cardiocare rejuvenating drink and Nacum oil. So as it happened, 3 days later, she called that her BP actually shot, and then she had on um, constant headache. So I had to ask her to pause a little while I make some confirmations from other doctors within. So I just wanted to throw it into the house and hear if there is something that could be done, because I asked her to discontinue any other drug and commence with this. So I want to know if
Yeah.
I'm yes.
You sound like a queen or a princess, and you look like it. But you did wrong by asking her to stop.
Oh,
Nobody should ask anybody to stop anybody from taking any Milnapath product, because it does not cause any harm at all.
Okay, no,
What
I
she's
actually asked her
experiencing,
to
I'm
stop
coming. Hold
taking
on.
what's the Milnapath drug, sir?
Huh?
I asked her to discontinue the normal BP drugs while she takes the Milnapath drugs.
No, you don't have any right to do that.
Okay.
Medically, you can be prosecuted.
Oh.
If anything develop and you are reported,
Okay.
you are guilty, because especially if the person that prescribed those drugs knows it's right, he can sue you to court and you can be damned for it. The only thing you tell any patient, 2 hours in between, either after taking Milnapath or taking the hospital drugs, give it 2 hours, you continue. Because I want everybody to listen to me. I can defend you in any court in this world if you give Milnapath product based on the standard.
Okay.
Let any person, let any doctor take you to any court in this world. I will defend Milnapath product. But the only thing is you have to go by our instructions. Let them not take the drugs concurrently, because Milnapath, especially Detox Plus, can kill the drugs from the hospital. So there must be 2 hours interval.
Okay.
And if somebody is complaining when he's taking Milnapath drug, tell him with all confidence, I give you that guarantee. Tell anybody that it is not Milnapath that is causing it, because Milnapath product is naturopathic and foodie product. So it's product that when you are taking, you are not losing anything, you are not
100%
getting
correct.
any side effect whatsoever. There is no side effect. Nobody should make you feel guilty for prescribing Milnapath product. It is confirmed.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I will take
You're
correction,
welcome.
sir. I
You're
appreciate
welcome.
it.
Thank you so much, Dr.
Correct.
Dickson. Mr. Julius, are you there?
Yes, so I'm here. I wish we can. I wish we can continue to have it with all the doctors in the house. Dickson, you have blown our minds tonight, and you have given us hope that yes, we are truly in the right place. Now,
thank you, sir.
Yeah, Cardiocare and Glucocare, can they be taken together, I mean, at the same time by an adult? If yes, how many? An adult. So if they have to be taken together. So, and what about the children, maybe below 15 years? What should be the recommendation for Glucocare and Cardiocare for children below 15 years? So
it depends on what
yeah.
depends on what you are treating, but standard is on the bottle. Direction, the dosage is on the bottle. If you take that dosage on the bottle, whether you are a child or an adult, nothing will go wrong with you. But if there is something that needs to call our attention, we can either ask you to add the dosage or we modify the intake, the mode of administration. Right?
Okay.
For example, there are people that will take our medications and they'll be taking cold drinks all the time. We can tell them to stop taking cold drinks while on medication. You can be taking warm drinks. So there is nothing that will go wrong to an adult if you take those dosage, especially 3 morning, 3 evening.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Let me add to what Dr. Dickson has said. The second part of his question was actually because I saw it on his write-up, whether a child below 15 years can take it. Am I correct, Mr. Julie?
Yes, very correct, sir.
Okay. Just like what he said when you use the standard dosage, you will not have any bad effect. When you look at a patient, maybe the patient has a sickness he or she is battling. You look at how fragile the person's system is at the moment, you gently build up person before, and then you gently increase the dosage, okay? Now, a 15-year-old child will equally consider the weight of the child, all right? And this child can equally take 2 capsules, all right? 2 capsules of it. Between 15 and 12 years old can take 2 capsules of Detox Plus and Glucocare morning and night, all right? But for any adult who is up to normal weight standard is 7 kg for an adult human being. And it's healthy, maybe the person is taking it for preventive measures or having cardiovascular issues. So you can just take the normal standard, which is 3 BD, all right? 3 morning, 3 night.
All right, thank you. Noted.
All right, thank you so much, Dr. Odinaka, for that wonderful addition. We are taking the last question for the night. Do we have anybody online that wants to ask a question or a testimony? If you have, kindly indicate, please.
I didn't indicate. You don't know how to use this.
Is
Hello.
anyone
something,
please?
Hello, good
Somebody
evening.
wrote something. Hello.
Hello,
Okay.
good evening.
Christy, good evening.
Good evening,
Good
doctor.
evening.
I'm calling from Benin. I really appreciate the teachings of today. It's so wonderful. My question is, what can we give to a 12-year-old child that is experiencing seizure? Thank you.
Old. How many years old?
12.
That is experiencing seizure.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I believe you were around when Dr. Dickson was talking about the Cardiocare. He equally made some comments about the mucus. As we said, he really got down the lane tonight. Okay, what you will give to that child is get the Detox Plus, get the Cardiocare, get the rejuvenating drink, get the Nakumoyo, and then the Glucocare. Now, the dosage will not be the same like that of the adults, okay? Now, always try to apply the Nakumoyo topically on the facial muscles, all right? While the child equally take it orally and take other ones. So these 5 products are very wonderful. You equally have to administer the rejuvenating drink. This time around, rejuvenating drink and the Nakumoyo will go 3 times in a day. 3 times in a day to enable the child have proper relaxations of the cardiac muscles, and then good supply of oxygen around the brain, and then you are going to get your amalgam results. Madam Christian, you didn't answer. Are you satisfied?
Yeah. For the rejuvenating drink, what's the meal? How many meals?
You can give the child 20 meals 3 times in a day. You can give the child 20 meals 3 times in a day. 2 capsules.
Okay. Okay.
So somebody
Thank you
asked
so
a
much, sir.
question in the group, and we have the numbers of the consultants. Please, anytime you have question, please, you can put it in the group. I believe somebody must surely, in as much we are here for guidance, and people might not be happy you speaking to their downline and the rest of it. So anytime you have a question, you can throw it up here. Definitely they will be attended to. Thank you for that.
All right, thank you so much, Dr. Odinaka. You guys are wonderful. I must say that today's night has been a night of divine encounter with Millennium Nature's Path International. So I want to say a very big thank you. We are going to be doing this again next week. But next week, we are going to be asking ourselves how far. We'll be doing what we call money talk. We have 12 ways to earn in Millennium Nature's Path International. And so we'll be dissecting those ways of earnings next week, Saturday. Endeavor to be on ground to start the presentation with us and also be part of the blessings for the many important information that will be shared on that day. For today, I will be going back with my bag. I actually made the promise last weekend that we have a goodie bag for those who are going to be bringing about 10 participants from their team. But it's quite unfortunate that nobody has been able to identify that he or she has successfully brought 10 people into today's training. So my goodie bag will be going back with me. And for those of you that are intending to share from it next week, we do well to work harder. Thank you very much and have a wonderful night rest and a blessed weekend. Good night, everybody.